Proper steering technique is essential for full control over your vehicle's direction. Poor technique could lead to veering off the road into pavements or oncoming traffic. Keeping the arms relaxed and having space to steer the wheel are important for good steering technique. Adjusting the steering column is necessary. Unlock the column and you can move it in and out, up and down. So move it so that your elbows are not pinned against the backrest, or you're so close to the wheel that your elbows are flared out, because this will restrict your steering movements. Try to have some space between the elbows and the backrest, as this will give your arms the freedom to move effectively. It's also not good to have your arms fully extended, as this will cause tension in your arms, leading to jerky steering. And once you have found a suitable position for your steering wheel, don't forget to lock the column. Steering consists of looking where the car needs to go at the right time and then responding with enough turn to go there. The highway code advises that we keep both hands on the wheel where possible, although you will need to take a hand off to change gear, use the indicator, turn on the lights, windscreen wipers. Placing the hands at 9 and 3 on the steering wheel is considered the best position. For smaller turns, we can keep our hands fixed in position. For greater turns, we will need to feed the wheel. If I keep my hands fixed in position for greater turns, they will become knitted, resulted in not steering enough around corners and leading me into oncoming traffic. To avoid this, feed the wheel. There are two techniques that I use to feed the wheel. Firstly, I will use pull-push steering. Sometimes I will use rotational steering. Rotational steering does involve crossing the arms. It is perfectly legal and acceptable on the driving test. If anyone says otherwise, they are wrong. As long as you can keep control of your vehicle, either pull-push or rotational steering are acceptable. Here's a demonstration of both techniques, starting with pull-push steering. I prefer this method in most situations because it feels more relaxed. My left hand is always near the indicator because it doesn't cross over. The airbag, which is in the middle of the wheel, is kept clear, which is great if you're in a collision. The hands are doing a different job at the same time, which is why feeding can be a little bit confusing at first. One hand is gripping and turning the wheel, while the other hand is repositioning. For a left turn, place the left hand at 12 o'clock and the right hand at 5 o'clock. I'm going to pull the wheel down with my left hand to 6 o'clock and exchange grip to my right hand. I'm going to push the wheel up with my right hand to 12 o'clock while sliding my left hand up to 12 o'clock. Exchanging grip to my left hand, and I'm going to pull the wheel down with my left hand while sliding down with my right hand until I get to full lock, which is the maximum turn in this car. It's 1.3 rotations to get to full lock. In other cars that could be slightly more or even slightly less. Now to go the other way. So the left hand is going to push the wheel up to 12 and the right hand will slide up to 12. Exchange grips. Right hand will pull the wheel down to 6 and the left hand slides down to 6. Exchange grip. Left hand pushes up to 12. Right hand slides up to 12. Exchange grip. Right hand pulls down to 6. Left hand slides down to 6. Exchange grip. Left hand pushes up to 12, right hand slides up to 12, exchange grip, right hand pulls down to 6, left hand slides down to 6, exchange grip, and we're at full lock. So that's pull push steering. Going to go back to the center. Right hand push up, left hand slide up, left hand pull down, right hand slide down, right hand push up, left hand slide up, and move one hand at a time back 2, 3 and 9. Let's see it done with the wheels rolling. I'm going to do a figure of 8 in the car park. Rotational steering's main advantage is that it's faster than pull-push. I think it's more efficient while manoeuvring at low speeds when faster steering is needed. For a left turn, hands are positioned at 9 and 3. Going to grip with the right hand and turn the wheel to 7 while the left hand goes over the right arm and grips at 1. From this position, my left hand grips the wheel, turns the wheel to 9, while my right hand repositions to 3. And we start again. The right hand grips the wheel and turns the wheel, and at 11 I'm at full lock. So I want to go back the other way now. So my left hand's going to grip the wheel and turn round to 5, while my right hand is going to go over my left hand and grip the wheel at 11. From this position, my right hand is going to grip the wheel and turn the wheel to 3, whilst my left hand repositions at 9. I'm going to grip with my left hand to go round to 5, whilst my right hand goes over the top to 11. Now I'm going to grip with my right hand and turn to 3, whilst my left hand repositions at 9. And one more turn, so my left hand is going to grip and turn to 1, and I'm at full lock. So let's reposition that back in the center. My right hand's going to go round to 7, left hand to 1, left hand to 9, right hand to 3, and we're back at the center. It actually takes less strokes overall for rotational steering than it does pull-push in order to get to full lock. Let's see that rotational steering done with the wheels rolling in the figure of 8 in the car park here. It actually takes less strokes overall to steer to full lock when doing rotational steering, and that's why it's faster and more efficient when you're doing low speed maneuvers. But you know, steering isn't just about technique, and if you're still new to steering a car, you will first be trying to figure out how much to turn the wheel to steer a curve, as well as where to look to lead the car. After that, your mind will be freed up to refine your steering technique. So in the very beginning, don't worry too much if your technique isn't perfect, because your mind is going to be busy trying to work out other things before it can really work out the technique. The more you think about your technique, the less you will think about where you are looking and that could affect where the car is going. When you're driving normally, it's good to keep a light grip on the wheel so you can stay relaxed. Imagine that the steering wheel was a couple of eggs and you don't want to break those eggs. Well, that's the end of my steering video. I hope that you found it useful, and what would be useful to me is if you could subscribe to my channel and like my video. This will really help to get my video seen by more viewers. Keep an eye out for my next video, and best wishes with your driving lessons.